Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. This your Akim Jalazil, back with another quick lesson. You can tell by the opening topic. It's about these, to say the least, undesirables out here in Babylon the Great, aka America, man. That they're trying to make it common and acceptable to be these people that look like they're deranged, in a state of, the depression, on the street corners holding signs, and they're not being harassed by the police or none of that. So pretty much, they walking around the city, being out in public. Some of them have tents, especially during this democratic takeover. They would, you see them prevalently everywhere, man. Tents and everything, even though you see them now, but it was more during the last administration. You know what I'm saying? Those demon administration, man. You know what I'm saying? But in the book of Ecclesiasticus 40 and 28, what does it say? It says, "My son, lead not a beggar's life, for better it is to die than to beg," man. But you got these people, man, they bask in this. And the only reason why I'm bringing this subject up is because, not too long ago, I moved into a new home, a new house. Thawadi Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he delivered me from me and my Akim out of a situation we was out of, and we thought was in a better. But then what happened? The devils moved these undesirables right across the street from us, man, with these bums, man, to say the least. Stay, for the most part, inside 24/7, 7 days a week. They have no job. They just sit here and pretty much harass us all day, man. Coming around you, trying to be out whenever you out, anticipating you coming back to see your face. Some of them anticipate, incident, altercation with you. Just they put these weirdos around, bums around you, just to try to jeopardize. We already know through the spirit your situation, man. And it's more or less is the 2/3 niggas put them up to him, man. You know what I'm saying? They got them doing their dirty work. But nonetheless, that's what they are, man. Bums, man. / beggars. You know what I mean? That's what a beggar is. A bum that don't want to, work to get what they want, man. They pretty much enjoy the life of a beggar. And Esau Edom is the primary individual. I ain't gonna say individual, but the primary person that does that, man. They like to obtain charity, man, to say the least, man. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but to make a living out of it, man, that's something different. Like in the book of Ecclesiasticus 40 and 28 reads again, it says, "My son, lead not a beggar's life, for better it is to die than to beg. The life of him that dependeth on another man's table is not to be counted for as life," man. There's no life like that, man. What type of life it is to live as a bum, man, as a beggar, man, depending upon somebody else, man. It's better to die, man. You know what I'm saying? And through the spirit, that's what I was saying to him. Like, man, I hope the Lord just go ahead and get rid of you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because basically you useless, man. And and that's what they, and I'm talking about these individuals across the street, man. They pretty much content with their lifestyle, and they just there because somebody put them up to it to further harass me or us, because these people are want to act if though they're jealous of what this spiteful jealousy of what we're doing, as if we're the only ones around here that live the same way, that live a certain way, more or less. You know what I'm saying? And before we moved in here, there was people around here doing the same thing that we're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to the details, but those that know, you know what I'm saying? So we're pretty much what I'm saying. What we're doing, we weren't the first ones around this neighborhood doing. They had plenty of people doing it, but soon as we do it, now you got these jokers acting like they feeling some type of way, you know. 29 again, the life of him that dependeth on another man's table is not to be counted for as, so like it is not to be counted for a life for the, so like it, for he polluteth himself with another man's meat. But a wise man, well nurtured, will beware thereof, man. So if you're a wise man, you'll be beware. You wouldn't want to associate yourself or put yourself in a situation where you're dependent, you're begging to, you know what I mean, obtain your necessities, even though we know that we're under the rulership of these devils. And just like on Deuteronomy, so you have to go to these devils for all wants. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, man, there's a fine line between, you know, begging and living under a dictator's or these devils' rulership, man. You know, it's all about how you carry yourself while you're under this. Pretty much, we're still under the curses, man. You know, you got those that don't care and do the bare minimum to survive, man. And that's what these devils, what these bums across the street is. And there are a lot of them around here that's like that, man. Even some of them even got jobs, but to me, they're still bums, man. Because the way they carry themselves, man. It's like what they do in their spare time or their leisure or even on the job or whatever it may be, living their life. I'm gonna put it like that. To me, they consider bums. I don't even care if they do have a job, man. Cause the way they look at if you look at them, that's exactly how they look, man. They look like they're misfortune, destitute, all the below, man. But they got an income. They're able to get a job because Esau Edom is promoting this lifestyle, this look of people, man. In general, these people are just straight weirdos. But a wise man, well nurtured, will beware thereof. Begging is sweet in the mouth of the shameless. That's what it is, man. Begging is sweet in the mouth of the shameless, man. These people don't have no shame. That's why they do what they do, man. And you should have, if you got shame, you have what? If you have shame, you have some type of self-respect, man. And that's what they don't. That's what they lack. Self-respect, man. You know. But in his belly there shall, but in his belly there shall burning. Let's read that again. Ecclesiastes 40 and 30. Begging is sweet in the mouth of the shameless, but in his belly there shall burning a fire, man. There shall burn a fire. That's why I'm reading it incorrectly. There shall burn a fire, man. But so that right there lets you know, something ain't going to be right. You think it's sweet because you out there begging someone for $1. And I seen I know of, I don't know these people, I'm just saying I know of these individuals that have a job, and these are Edomites too. that have a job but live at a shelter but still be on the street with cardboard signs as if they're destitute and they need help, man. You know what I mean? They don't have no self-respect, man, no shame, man. They can care less, man. And that's the state that we're in, and they're making it like common and normal to see these weirdos around here, man. You know what I'm saying? I already know it's a plot made. Pretty much, it's a plot came up with by these 2/3 Negroes, but it's being helped orchestrated by these Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, man, this lesson is about these weirdos, man, through the spirit. Cause me and Akim was talking about it. He brought up this precept, and you know, I had already had it bookmarked. I didn't realize I had this precept bookmark right here in blue, man. You know what I'm saying? So I said, man, I'm gonna make a lesson on it, you know, because this is what we're going through with these individuals across the street. You know what I mean? But I see, you know, this is throughout the city, man. You know what I'm saying? They up here, they're making this lifestyle of being a bum, a beggar, something common and something so like it, something common and something normal to see, man. You know, with these people just pitching tents everywhere, standing on the street corners. At one point in time, man, I mean, when I was young coming up, man, if we were standing on a certain corner long enough, you would see signs up talking about no loitering, no standing, so that if you're caught over there, these monkeys in blue will pop up to harass you, and they'll feel justified harass you because there's a sign there that says no loitering, standing, XYZ, man. You know what I'm saying? And they did that when I was young coming up, and we was in a so-called you know, childhood, I'm gonna put it like that, childhood friend yard, but they still put that sign there talking about no standing, loitering, etc. You know, just to harass us while we in this guy's yard, man. You know, but yet there's signs on these street corners, man. They'll stand, these beggars, these bums, they'll be standing right underneath it, man, with the sign saying no soliciting, XYZ, and that's exactly what they be in the corner soliciting, and they act like, and they do that almost every day, man. And they act and they ride by, and people, you could tell people be uncomfortable around these people, but nothing happens, man. Let that be you, man. Like I said, and once upon a time, you know, that wouldn't be possible, man. You know, it's just now, you know, they're making common this certain look and lifestyle, and other people's what you say existence is still under attack, man. You know, but like I said, this ain't about a certain status. I ain't got nothing. I have no personal issue with a person in this. It's all about that person, man. You know what I'm saying? If you give me a reason to say or do, I don't care who you is. You can have a job, you can have a certain position, or you think you somebody in this society. When you wrong, man, you wrong. I don't care who you is. Or a low life. You know, you could be a low life and be the you know, a corporate CEO. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it may be. But nonetheless, man, this lesson, you know, is more about what I'm experiencing right now. That's why through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahushua said, man, I'm gonna do this lesson on what I'm going through, man, with these beggars, man. And they, like I said, it said they begging is sweet in the mouth of the shameless, because these people have no shame, man. They have no self-dignity. They have no self-respect. They are comfortable in that status, man. And I see it every day. That's what they do. But in his belly there shall burn a fire, man. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that what? there's something consuming them, man. And what does fire does? It consumes, man. You know, their soul, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And that fire is nothing more than consuming them, man, inside. You know, and it says what? It's better. 28 again, it says, my son, lead not a beggar's life. So you shouldn't live a life like that, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they even got jokers out here. They want to portray like that, like these simple niggas, man. They think they're going to convince somebody by doing this. They put these jokers up. They want to act like that life is cool, man. They walk around trying to, when they you know what I mean? So they able to get, like I said, they trying to turn this lifestyle of a beggar or a bum cool now because they have people donating clothes. Now you got these bums walking around with Jordans on, man. Air Jordans. You know what I'm saying? These other what you want to say, high end, at one point in time, high end clothing lines, man. You know, but these jokers are bums, man. And they trying to act like they cool, man. They trying to associate being a bum or a beggar as being cool now, man. You know, so that's how they twist and manipulate stuff. And they think they're gonna manipulate you, man. You know, it's not gonna work, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to portray as if this lifestyle of being a beggar or a bum is cool. Cause they see what's the latest trend or whatever, and they put it on, man. You know, my son, lead not a beggar's life, for better it is to die than to beg, man. It's better to die than to be one of these bum ass begging ass motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, don't take it twisted. Don't take it you know, take it wrong like I got something against all people that are misfortunate. No, man. You know, everybody needs help once in a while. I mean, not once in a while, sometimes, man, we'll put it like that. Everybody needs help, especially in the situation we're in. You know, if you so-called black, who doesn't need help, man? You know, but these people make a lifestyle of this, man, and they have no shame, man. You know, and then they go around fucking with other people, man. That's pretty much what it is, man. But it is what? It's better to die than to beg, man. And they don't know. That's why it was saying, Shalak Rahim to them motherfuckers, man. I hope they do die, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. You know, because they up here, you know, doing reckless stuff while you out here working for a living. They up here sitting on their ass trying to destroy what you're working for, man. You know, which we don't put stock in this place, but none the fucking less, we still have to maintain and live here, man. And they want to act if though I'm Trump and I'm the one that's making your life the way it is, and more than likely they was like that before Trump became in office, even his first term. You know, but the reason why I say that is because of his current status now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the one that's dictating your policies, man, or can even change your lifestyle overnight. This dude can do that, man. This dude, Trump. Like, there was a video this out. He said that he can make it where every American can afford a home, man. But he said he's not going to do that because it would destroy the equity of those that already have it. That pretty much you're talking about these Edomites that became wealthy based on their home, man. You know, so he said he'll devalue their home and their assets or whatever. But nonetheless, man, I'm going to end this lesson off, man. I hope the body was edified. Till next time, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Wakak, Wadash. Again, this your Akim and Julazil, Lord willing. I'll be back with another lesson. Till next time, Shalom, Barakatham, and Baba Shalom.